have a system that respects the earth, that builds soil health, that respects culture and preserves biocultural diversity.
Every 2 years, Slow Food is celebrated at the Terra Madre Salone del Gusto festival in Torino, Italy. The Slow Food movement aims for food systems which are good for the environment, for workers and producers, and for people's health and happiness. It asks, which foods are sustainable? Are workers paid enough to make them? Is the food good, clean, and fair? But just as importantly, is the food delicious?
I produce unique dry meat products. Products are without any additives, just inside is just meat, sea salt, spices, garlic, and process of drying, ripening and smoking takes place underground in clay chambers. We have salami from deer and pork, then salami bear and pork, brown bear, and also sausage from bear, deer and pork.
We have quality here, not quantity, because the bear itself is so rare and we regulating the number, but anyway we have to live with them. There is also the tradition behind this. We need to do this for 100 years, so
it's good. It's like strong, like a deep flavor, very like similar to other game meats, but like even further.
We are producing the chocolate from horse milk for the first time in the world, and another products from horse milk and cow's milk. The horse milk, it is very sweet by its nature, and that is why the chocolate also is very sweet. So people of our nation and all over the world actually used to treat different illnesses with horse milk.
We need to sustain our traditional food ways and food knowledge for each one of you. You have to come from a heritage and a food tradition.
Festival goers can learn about dishes and crops from around the world, cooked for them by illustrious chefs, ranging from paddock to plate pizza to endangered varieties of beef to the dozens of varieties of savoury bananas from Uganda. Mass agriculture prioritises standardised high-yielding crops for profit and efficiency, leading to many strains and flavours being forgotten or lost. Participants in this event learn how they can keep biodiversity alive by growing their own food.
Talked about extracting tomato seeds. The best way to clean the anti-germination substances off of them is to ferment the pulp for 3 days, which separates the seeds from the pulp, and then put them in water, and then if they sink, they're full, they've got the germ, and they're going to work and grow, and if they float, they're empty and they're useless.
Can put anything here. We have many different products. This is tomato from the sea. You see, I can. This is jam from date, and close it. And our great women, they transform it into different products. This is our food. Okay, rural women especially, they do it, so it's good for health, bon properable, like the philosophy of slow food.
150 years since our Navajo people were sent to a concentration camp by the U.S. government. And during that time, everything was taken from us. And so we returned back with canned foods, and we wonder why we have Spam, and we wonder why we have soda and chips and junk food. What we're trying to do is reclaim our foodways, and also to protect our foodways and to protect the methods and how they were grown. For example, this one is the Piki bread from Hopi, and you can see how thin this is. And this is made from blue corn, and it is placed on a hot stone, and basically the batter is put on the hot stone with the hand, and it's made so thin So you can see it's called like paper bread. Some of these products, you know, many times are not sold in the market or not advertised or not promoted. And so it's very special, you know, some of the products that we have here, because this is the only place you would see them.
Cigars cause cancer, so it's strange to see them at a festival dedicated to wholesome and good food. These cigars are hand-rolled from 3 kinds of endangered tobacco, grown in Kentucky by adequately paid farmers. Without being used, these varieties of tobacco would likely go extinct. So, how should we strike a balance between health, biodiversity and tradition?
Candy Quandomas' Black Gourmet Bush Foods is a local West Australian product. What we're trying to do is to see for Australia to have an Aboriginal owned and operated company that we see as a brand that we honour and that we work together to maintain. And then when we produce, when we manufacture, we do at Roland's Aboriginal Village, and we do a long table lunch. So any of the elders that there might want to join us, come and join us for lunch. And yeah, we're very small.
So we've got ginger and olives with locally grown native limes. Desert lime is tiny, tiny, tiny little fruit, maybe the size of my fingernail there. And it is very tangy, very juicy, very thin skin. Possibly the many times great-grandmother of all citrus fruits in the world.
It's very good.
Yeah. All the latest research is pointing south to Australia.
Product is Wuwangwo artisan soy sauce. We have only 2 ingredients, the natural sea salt and the Taiwanese variety black soybean. We do the natural dry fermentation for minimum 240 days. After 240 days, you will smell the fermentation smell from the soybean and the sea salt. The industrial one, maybe they take few days to make it, and they use the wheat to do the fast fermentation. Everything we made by ourselves. So this is our baby.
Slow food is important because with slow food we born 45 years ago. The first exhibitor in the Salone del Gusto was Petrini. We work raw milk, we don't pasteurize. The key to make a good cheese is the milk. So we start from the grass. Normally a cow eats 4 different herbs. One has to produce milk. On the mountains they count 150 kind of herbs, so the base is different.
This is a great movement to engage a young farmer, young activists, young producers in the movement of slow food.
We are also here for our work to try to find new producers for our shop and propose good, clean and fair products.
There were disco soup day all over the world with a lot of slow food use everywhere, in Japan, in Mexico, in Paris, and this is like great things that slow food use network can do for the movement.
Abbiamo davanti grandi sfide. Forse sarà necessario fare delle grandi lotte. Lotte per il diritto alla terra, Creiamo alleanze con i contadini e con i cittadini. Creiamo alleanze tra giovani che possono cambiare questo mondo. Per garantire un cibo buono, pulito e giusto per tutti. Fatelo con gioia questa rivoluzione. La rivoluzione deve essere gioia.